I'm Charlene Stevens, the City Administrator for the City of Cottage Grove. Joining me today for Council Update is Council Member Jen Peterson. Today our topic is the Dominium Affordable Housing Senior Project that's going to be developed for Cottage Grove. Thanks for coming, Council Member.
You're welcome. This is something that's really exciting to me. I've worked a lot in the nonprofit sector about trying to get more affordable housing into Cottage Grove. And with Washington County on a couple different boards and such, and at the state level on a couple nonprofits. And so I was hearing a whole lot about the increased need for affordable housing. And this specific project, Dominium, is looking at senior housing, but the need is there across the age spectrum, across the life cycle. But so we're going to try to get started here with trying to get some affordable senior housing.
And senior housing is usually age 55 and up, isn't that correct?
Exactly, so okay. I'm only 5 years away. So.
All right, and Dominium has done a number of projects in some other parts of the metro.
They have.
And the council had an opportunity on October 27th to
right.
tour a couple of those facilities
and they were
see some
beautiful.
Of those projects. Can you talk a little bit about that?
They were very beautiful. They were, one was in St. Anthony and one was in Crystal. Looking at the buildings, you would have never said, oh my gosh, that's affordable housing. You would have just said, oh, these are beautiful places. I would love to live here. So these are, of course, rentals,
okay.
Rental apartments, and they are looking at 1, 2. The developments we looked at actually also had some 3 bedrooms, so that's
kind of a changing market to add
yeah,
that.
certainly
okay.
a possibility for something to come to Cottage Grove. So looking at about 150 units, so it's 55 and up, and so affordable housing needs, the people that would rent there would need to make a certain income,
okay.
and so they would need to make no more than 60% of the area median income. Okay. And the rents for these units, like for a 1-bedroom, would start at about $900 a month.
Okay. That is quite affordable.
Yeah, and so they were just beautiful, and a lot of amenities in these buildings too. And
what were some of the amenities that they happen to have? They have maybe, do they have a fitness center, or do
yep.
they have
fitness center, library, balconies, okay. patios, and individual
nice.
Balconies and patios for the units, outdoor seating area, kind of
okay.
a courtyard area,
nice.
a party room,
okay.
a nice kitchen with that party room, an on-site salon, okay. and just some nice kind of gathering spots throughout the building for seniors to get together and visit. And it seemed like a very, very active group. The night we went there to one of the sites, they were having a potluck, and they actually invited us to join their potluck.
Very nice.
And it smelled really good.
That was very nice. So, and then on November 5th, the council did approve the Supporting Dominion's plan, and they're going to seek some funding from the Washington County HRA, which is the
Correct.
Housing and Redevelopment Authority for Washington County. And they've got some special funding mechanisms
yep.
that Dominium may be able to access. And those funding kind of include maybe community development block grants, home investment partnership funds, as well as anything from the City of Cottage Grove.
Right, and those funds are actually federal funds
okay.
that get allocated to the different counties or the different, like the HRA. And so then there's a committee that gets to decide where the funding goes to. They look at the different proposals, and they'll actually get to decide what amount of funding they want to
okay.
give to these different projects, and they might split up the amount of funding that they get to different, like Habitat for Humanity's been one that's gotten the funding before.
And do you recall the time frame that Dominium was looking at for maybe to have these constructed and open? I think they were again looking maybe at about 2017.
Okay.
And such, and so this, I mean, sometimes these projects do take a little bit of time to go through the planning process and development process and such, but this is something I think they believe that by fall of maybe 2017 they would be leasing some of these these units and such. And so,
I believe the
which
location,
isn't, really that far off when you begin to look at, we're almost into 2016.
It'll be here fast. So. And the location they were looking at was over off of Highway 61, kind of by White Pines.
Nice. So very good location.
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. For more information about the Dominium Housing Project, you can contact Cottage Grove City Hall or go to the city's website. Thank you, Councilmember Peterson.